What's up, guys, and welcome to the Week 3 battle between myself, Coach Ian, and the Ladner Lanturn against Coach Mugen and the Western Weebs. This is Week 3 of the UPBA. Mugen's team consists of Jirachi, Mamoswine, Greninja, Aerodactyl, Ditto, Furfrou, Tapu Bulu, Silvally, Garbodor, Victory Bell, and Mega Swampert. Just to touch on his team, his Z captains are Jirachi, Greninja, and Tapu Bulu. I do see Tapu Bulu and Greninja on my screen for his, so those could be potential Z captains. If you haven't seen the team builder, I do talk about what I'm bringing, so let's touch on that really quickly. I'm bringing physically offensive Twinkle Tackle, Farium Z for Play Rough, Mimikyu, Sword Stance Sub, so that Ditto can't copy me behind the sub. Mega Absol is utility Mega Absol, essentially, with Will-O-Wisp, Pursuit to Pursuit and Trap the Jirachi, Knockoff, and Play Rough. We're running Specially Offensive with Max HP Kieran Black, with Ice Beam Earth Power Sub Roost, so that, again, Ditto can't copy us. Not that it matters, because Ditto can't touch us if he copies us. We're running Specially Offensive Shuckleberry Infernape, with Nasty Plot, Vacuum Wave, Fire Blast, and Grass Knot. We are running physically defensive Registeel with Stealth Rock, Toxic, Ironhead Rest. It's our Bulu switch in. We're running Mental Herb, Suicide Lead Crook with Mental Herb Intimidate, Stone Edge, Knockoff, Earthquake, and Stealth Rocks. So on his team, I don't see Jirachi, which I'm happy about. I don't see Aerodactyl, which I'm kind of happy about, because it means his hazards are on Mamoswine potentially, Swampert potentially, and Garbodor for sure, now that I see the Garbodor. I don't see Ditto, which I'm very happy about. Ditto was such a huge threat to my entire team. It was a big threat to Infernape specifically, because this Infernape set that I'm bringing, like, 6-0's his team if there's no sashes. But Ditto could have just copied me. Mugen seems to like Furfrou a lot, so I'm surprised to not see Furfrou, but at the same time I'm not, because it didn't really have a great matchup against my team. I didn't think we'd be seeing Garbodor, but we did, so that's the thing. Victory Bell I didn't see coming, and Mega Swampert I actually didn't see coming. In my mocks, my buddy Noah, shout out to Noah by the way for doing mock battles for me this week, Mega Swampert came and it set its own rain, so I'm kind of expecting Mega Swampert to have like 3 move slots. Mugen did bring Power Up Punch Swampert last week, so I can probably expect that. I have no idea what to expect from this Greninja, and Silvally I'm expecting Fire or Electric. Unfortunately, as you can see in the chat, Bob, who's the commissioner of the league, made Mugen tell us what kind of Silvally he is, which is Steel. It doesn't matter in the long run, because I can still deal with it with Kyurem Earth Power. Kyurem Earth Power hits Fire, Electric, or Steel super effectively, so it's not going to matter in the end that he's Steel rather than Fire or Electric. It changes what I would calc. The base Silvally calking is Max HP, Max Spadef, Calm, Silvally Steel. So we'll be able to see how much bulk he has based on the calc if I ever hit him with an Earth Power at least. What else do we have to touch on here? Oh, so Bulu has the 4x weakness in Poison, and Swampert has the 4x weakness in Grass, and he bought both of them. He has no hazard removal on his team, so I know rocks are there to stay if I've set them up. And he probably has Ice Shard on Mamoswine and Water Shuriken on Greninja. I'm expecting like Choice Specs Greninja, I guess, because his team is full of physical attackers. So I'm running a lot of physical bulk on my team. That's pretty much it. So I look at his team. I know of what my dedicated lead is. I'm thinking that Garbodor is his dedicated lead. Just like looking at his team, I'm thinking Garbodor is his dedicated lead. I know I led Mega Absol last week, so he might be picking up on that and leading something that can threaten Mega Absol, like Mamoswine with a superpower, Tapu Bulu with a superpower or something. Either of those I'd love to burn, but I'm not going to lead Mega Absol. So here, and I do lead Crocodile as he leads Swampert. So I know with the Intimidate that he can't touch me at -1. He cannot touch me with this Swampert. So I'm going to Earthquake him and see what kind of damage I do. And based on that Earthquake damage, we see that he is not... he either doesn't have max speed, or he's missing some attack investments or something, because he's definitely running HP bulk or defense bulk based on the earthquake damage there, and he does set his own rain, so I was correct in assuming that he was going to set his own rain there. And then turn 2 is sort of showed it already, but he does show the power punch as well, which is going to put him back to neutral, and it does absolutely no damage because it's a very weak move. And I got my rocks for free. That turn, if he had waterfalled, I believe he still would have killed me at -1, but he wanted to go to neutral so that he could take on the rest of my team very well. So this turn he is going to waterfall. I did click the earthquake again there just to see how much I was going to do to him. Mega Swampert keeps the same bulk that regular Swampert has, I believe, and just gains the attack. Pretty sure that's it, but yeah. So he does knock me out with the waterfall here, and my choices now are pretty much nothing. I need to Mega Swampert beats the rest of my team with the set that he's running. I'm assuming like Ice Punch is his last. Well, maybe he doesn't have to bring Ice Punch. I'm assuming Earthquake is his last move. Power Punch, Waterfall, Earthquake, and Rain Dance. But I need to stall the rain turns here, so I'm gonna go and Mimic You with 2 turns of rain left, because I'm running sub on this thing. So I get the free disguise proc here, and the sub, which is gonna burn both turns of rain. I'm also just gonna set up an SD here. I'm just going to set up an SD on him breaking my sub with his last turn of rain, and all of a sudden, he's slower than my entire team now. Especially Mimic You, which is EV'd to outspeed Silvally by 1 point. So I'm running pretty much max speed on Mimic You this week. And so at +2, I'm good. At +2, Player Up actually is a roll to kill him right here, so I do decide to just blow the Z move, because that's my best shot at killing this Mega Swampert. I think he's probably going to try and set his own rain dance here, and then he wins with Swampert. So I need to kill him right now, and I just Z him in the face. Just get rid of that Mega Swampert real quick. And he sends out Garbodor here. So Garbodor can't really touch me except with like Gunk Shot. So I'm going to bank on him missing Gunk Shot because it's an 80% move, and I'm going to click sub again, as he actually goes for the Toxic Spikes. Toxic Spikes will come in handy later for him, getting some chip damage on my team. I was kind of expecting Toxic Spikes just because I don't have a Poison type on my team. It's really effective against my team because I don't have anything to suck them up. And I also only have Mantine as my own hazard removal, and I didn't bring it either. So I'm sure he was thinking the same thing at the beginning of the game. This guy's got no hazard removal. I'm gonna set up hazards on him. In my mind, he should have led Garbodor. Yeah, so we'll see what happens here. Shadow Claw does the most damage to this Garbodor because it resists Play Rough. So I'm going to click Shadow Claw. Oh, sorry, I set up another Sword Stance, and now I'm going to click Shadow Claw. He does miss the Gunk Shot on my sub, so I get a free turn, free attack on his Garbodor here. And I do see that he's max HP, max defense. If he was offensive, an offensive Spike Setter, then he would have died to that Shadow Claw for sure. Like, this is a +4 Mimikyu in his face. But Shadow Claw unfortunately did not kill, and he is going to connect on the next Gunk Shot here, breaking our sub, and I'll just clean up the Garbodor with Mimikyu. Oh, Showdown for like Halloween, I couldn't see this in replay, but Showdown for Halloween was like doing these creepy faces every time a ghost move comes out, and it scared the heck out of me. So we've been talking about that. Aftermath goes off, which is really bad, actually, because I'm pretty sure I would have lived this Water Shuriken had he not been Aftermath, but he does go into Greninja and goes for Water Shuriken here. It does, like, nothing to me, surprisingly. He does get the 3 hits, though. That's really unfortunate. This is the first of his Water Shurikens that he gets 3 hits with. Those rolls are kind of unfortunate, because, like I said, if I had Aftermath, then I'm living those for sure. Like, he did 8 times 3. He did 24% with his Water Shuriken. That's not a lot. I know for a fact that he has no special attack investment for that to be the case. Or it's either no special attack investment or he's adamant. So I know he's got some physical moves in there. He could still be Choice Scarf physical or something like that. At this point, Kyurem Black like kind of goes in on this thing. So I'm just gonna go into Kyurem here. And I need to make the read of my life here. Does he stay in and show me that he's not Scarf and go for a super effective move, potentially Low Kick? I'm expecting him to have Low Kick for my Registeel. I am bringing Light Metal Registeel, by the way, so his Low Kick's going to do nothing to me. But I'm going to end up deciding to go for the Substitute here on his Switch, hopefully, because if I can get a sub up on this Greninja, Kyurem actually bodies the rest of his team. We Oko Tapu Bulu with Ice Beam. We destroy Silvally's Steel with Earth Power, and potentially we destroy Mamoswine with Earth Power. Mamoswine can't really touch us, and we have Roost to heal off damage too, so I'm not sure what he wants to go for here, but he is going to switch into Silvally Steel on the Kyurem, probably expecting a Dragon-type move or something, I guess, but I do show him the sub. He gets the Flame Charge off, which is not enough to break my sub. It is a neutral hit, and Silvally is very weak Pokemon. It's very bad. And I'm Kyurem with a base 120 HP, so we're eating that Flame Charge. At this point, I decide to go for the Roost because I'm getting kind of low, and he ends up going for the multi-attack to break my sub. As I go for the Earth Power, I see that's doing 57. So from that damage, when I calced it, I can tell that he is, at the very least, not running max HP and is not a plus special defense nature. He could have some special defense investment, or he could have some HP investment. He's just running no special defense investment. But that is doing like 17% more than it should have if he was running full bulk. I don't think that he can, based on the calcs, I calced Adamant max attack, and he is not killing me with multi-attack here. He's also not killing me with multi-attack plus poison damage here, so I'm just going to go for the Earth Power and claim my kill here. Seeing it 82%, we're just going to eat this multi-attack. We know he's faster, and we're going to kill him with the Earth Power. So that was pretty clutch. Silvally kind of walled Mega Absol. Silvally Steel walled the Mega Absols that I had, so potentially Mega Absol could still put in work this game. He is going to go out into the Greninja to revenge kill me here. I'm just going to sack off my Kyurem, and we do see the low kick now, which is really good information for me. I don't know how much low kick was actually supposed to do there. Yeah, I'm not entirely sure on that. I know that the multi-attack would have done... that was a play I had to make because I couldn't roost up on anything he had left. But Registeel is my physical wall here, and I don't really care that Bulu is a thing. So I'm just going to try and get off a Toxic on this Greninja, because that would be huge for me later. Chipping down this Greninja with Toxic damage plus Stealth Rocks damage would be really good to potentially get off like a neutral Vacuum Wave on this thing and kill it. I believe Vacuum Wave was doing like 58% minimum, and he's not quite at that range. So I am just going to go for the Toxic here as he shows me the U-turn, and he shows me that he's not walked in now. I have no idea what item he was. He's probably Expert Belt. You know what? Now that I'm thinking about it, he was probably Expert Belt because his low kick was doing more than I was expecting. Sorry, we'll talk about that later. So we got the Toxic off on the Tapu Bulu, which is really big because I know that I hard wall this thing. Even Banded Bulu does like not a lot. It does less than half, but the best thing he can hit me with right here is Superpower, which does 62 min, I think, 73 max or something. But he would lower his attack, and then I get a free switch out into something else that can eat it. So I'm just going to click Iron Head here, because it does a lot of damage to this Bulu. I know it's going to do a lot of damage to this Bulu. And he chose the Rock Tomb, predicting the Infernape coming in. That's good knowledge. Based on that damage, I know he's not banded. I know he's not banded based on that 5% damage. I think banded damage was actually like 8% or 9% with a Rock Tomb. I did calc it. And then the Iron Head goes off and does a lot of damage, plus Toxic racking up, and I get all my recovery back. So I'm sitting at 100% health here. I'm slow, but I'm Registeel, so I don't care about being slow. And Toxic has whittled him down to the point where he's at 47%. He should die to the combination of Iron Head plus Toxic damage here. I have no idea what this roll actually was, but we'll see here that he does show the Superpower, and it does like actually nothing. Oh, you know what? He had minus defense here. I was curious because I'm like, yeah, I know that Iron Head's going to kill him, but he's at -1 defense here, so Iron Head is definitely killing him. Tapu Bulu did nothing this game. I was really threatened by Tapu Bulu. It was 3-1 coming into this game in one match, I think, and Registeel's been 0-2, but Registeel picks up its first kill of the season. Registeel, your girl, or Thick, putting in the work this week as a defensive wall. I mean, it should, because Mugen has like full physically attacking team, but there you go. So his Bulu does go down, and he's going to go out into the Mamoswine here, which is really threatening. I calced it, and Earthquake is killing me from this range. I don't really want to risk that, so I'm going to go into my Absol here and sack it off. Yay! Absol! You're the real MVP. He ends up going for Superpower for some reason instead of Earthquake. I don't know why, to be honest. that superpower, I, I don't know. He doesn't show Life Orb recoil, so we know he's not Life Orb. Leads me to believe he's Scarfed, because you wouldn't really run Banded Mamoswine on this team when you could run Banded Tapu Bulu, if you kind of catch my drift. So, he superpowers, Mega Absol dies. Mega Absol is calm all 3 weeks. It's only been able to Mega Evolve once, but it's a threat in prep. I don't know, it's a threat in prep. That's all there is to it. People have to speed creep for it and all that good stuff. So I do go into Infernape here because Grass Knot before the grassy terrain was a roll to kill this Mamoswine, but because we're in grassy terrain, it does 140% minimum. So this Mamoswine's going to die to the Grass Knot. I don't know that he's Scarfed at this point, but he does reveal to be Scarfed when he's faster than me and goes for the superpower there. And we are going to knock it out with the Grass Knot. It's actually really unfortunate that he's Scarfed because as you'll see here, Greninja comes in and is able to revenge kill me with Water Shuriken. Yet again, he gets 3 hits, 2 hits, and I would have killed this thing with Vacuum Wave and this would have been 2-0, but no, he gets the 3rd hit. I don't know what the odds of that are. I know Battle Bond Greninja automatically gets all 5 hits of Water Shuriken or something. I'm not entirely sure how the mechanic works. Maybe Greninja gets minimum, like regular Greninja always hits 3 or something. I know his Selgor gets Water Shuriken too, so I'm not entirely sure here. So Infernape does go down, unfortunately. I did click Vacuum Wave that turn, but because Vacuum Wave and Water Shuriken are the same priority, and he is faster than me, so that's what happened there. So I go here into Registeel Your Girl. The worst thing he can hit me with, a Hydro Pump is doing like no damage at all, so he is going to low kick me, which is doing 26. Now, that calc, max attack Greninja to a light metal Registeel is doing 24%, I think, max. So I was really confused, and now it's making sense now that we're going through this battle that he's probably Expert Belt Greninja, because he did not show an item the entire game and he did switch up moves. So that makes sense to me. Looks like he's like physical mixed Greninja with Expert Belt. Like, I'm kind of confused there. We do get the Toxic off now, and so this is the key turn in the battle. The turn that will end the battle, whether or not he gets a low kick off on me. So I could go for Iron Head here, which is going to do about 18%, and he could kill me with 2 more low kicks. Based on that roll, I think a max roll is probably like 28%. So I need to heal here, and I'm going to go for the rest. He does get a higher roll and gets 27 there. So I would have died to another one, and I rest. He gets a lot of toxic damage off on him, and he misses the Hydro Pump. That literally didn't matter because it was doing like 20%. And yeah, so Mugen forfeits because I was going to Toxic Stall him out. But Registeel Your Girl gets credit for that kill, don't worry. Thick gets the credit for that kill. And we do pick up our first win of the season. First win of the UPBA Season 1. Thank goodness. GG to Mugen. Like, he played well. Just some unfortunate things going on there. I do think some of his sets were kind of like thrown together. I know it was sort of like a last minute battle. Like, we were originally going to battle on Thursday or Friday, and it's Monday today when we battled, and I'm recording all this. So I don't know if he just like didn't want to try prepping like extensively for me. I don't know. Maybe because I've shown that I've kind of like rushed my turns. I took my time a lot this game. The game probably lasted for about half an hour for 26 turns. My game against CSA, where I got 5-0'd, lasted probably like 10 minutes max. So I took my time. I was calculating a lot of different scenarios based on like what my switches could be, what he was going to switch in, all that good stuff. I think he probably should have brought Ditto, especially for like my huge threats. Like, Ditto could transform to like Mega Absol, Kyurem Black, Infernape, Mimikyu, Crocodile. Like, I have so many good things on my team that Ditto could have transformed into. I liked Aerodactyl in the mocks. Everyone was bringing Aerodactyl against me, and it was working as a suicide lead, except for the fact that I brought Mental and Crocodile. Scarf Jirachi, threat. Banded Bulu, threat. I like that he brought Mega Swampert with his own rain. That's pretty cool, considering he's sort of got like a weird team in that regard. Like, he's got Victory Bell that sort of sets its own sun for Chlorophyll, and Mega Swampert that sets its own rain for Swift Swim. He doesn't really have anything else that's sort of like... he doesn't have a very synergistic team in my mind anyways. He's got a lot of hazard setters. he doesn't have a lot of phasers. I think Mega Swampert with Roar and Aerodactyl with Whirlwind. I don't know if he even gets Whirlwind, but Furfrou might get Roar. I'm not sure on that. I think he should have made Jirachi his Z Super as well, now that I'm talking about this, because Z Happy Hour Jirachi is a huge threat. I'm not sure what Super Saiyan Greninja does for him. I'm not entirely sure on that. Maybe he was Z Move Bulu. That could have been a thing as well. He could have been Z Move Bulu this week. Gracium Z Bulu or something. Or Phytinium Z Bulu. I'm not entirely sure anymore. All I know is that your Ladner Lanturn pick up a win. So now we're 1 and 2, and our differential is -5, I think? -5? We were -6 before, and we won this game 1-0, so I believe we're -5. We're 1 and 2, -5. The other two teams in our division, Johnny has played his match this week already, so that's the Colorado Rockies. They're 0 and 3, -7. So picking up this win was kind of huge because it gives us a little bit of a lead over Johnny in our own division. And CSA is still 2 and 0, +6, I think. Pretty sure he's +6 or +7. I can't remember now. Yeah, so hopefully we'll turn it around. We'll be turning our season around here. Next week we play Sephernape and Jump Lasers Infernapes. He's got a really threatening team with like Weavile, with Weavile and Mega Charizard X. So we'll see how well we can take on his team next week. And yeah, I'll see you guys for week 4 of the UPBA.